So, it's summertime, and I've been getting a lot back into gaming recently after like 2 or 3 years of not. And I might make another video about how the whole thing has been. But honestly, it's been great. And, college, all that, I really don't got that much money. So instead of buying a bunch of games and like waiting on sales of that, I just got an Xbox Game Pass prescription. I got my Series S. I don't have a PS5, none of that. It's just me and my Xbox and my PC, and honestly it's been pretty great. And the how convenient Game Pass is, it's only $20 in a month, right? And it's not like I'm gonna have it every month, but for the summer, $20, and you get all these games, hundreds of games. You can stream it, so you don't have to download it to your console just to try out a game. Is this game, is that game? And then it's so many options. But that convenience factor and being able to play all those games so easily, it ends up creating problems, right? And that's what I feel like I'm going to talk about, because it almost ruins the gaming experience. So, I got Xbox Game Pass thinking, oh my gosh, like, it's going to be great. I'm going to have so much fun. I'm going to be spending all these time playing these amazing games. But in reality, this is how it goes. Okay, let me walk you through an average Xbox Game Pass day. I come home from work or whatever. I turn on the console. I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna have so much fun. I'm looking at these games to play, and then you go in the library, and then you're just scrolling. I'm like, I'm so excited. Oh, it's all these games. I could play this. I could play Battlefield. I could play Final Fantasy. I could play Gears. I could all this. There's so many games, and I'm scrolling. I see a game I might like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this game looks cool. I don't know, I'm watching the trailer, stuff like that. Oh, let me research the game. Let me look up a video about the game. See if people like it. See, okay, should I play this game? And you spend time watching videos of niggas playing the game and talking about the game. It's like, okay, that game is cool. I want to play that game. But then you scroll a bit, and then you see another game. And it's like, oh, let me watch some videos on this. Let me see this. Oh, let me add it to the play later list. Play later. That game isn't going to get played. If a game is in play later, that game is just going to get played. You put it in play later, and then you go and look, and then you might look at, like Reddit threads. What are people saying about this game? Oh, I heard this game is good. Let me add that to the play later. I'm going to play that as well. And then junk starts loading up very quickly. And now, at this point, hours have passed by. You've added 6, 7, 8 games to the play later. You've watched 20 videos about these games. You've read all the Reddit forums. But yet no game was played. Not 1 second of a game was played. And now I'm looking now at that point, I gotta go to bed because I got work tomorrow morning. Or, somebody calls me, I have something else to do. And all that precious gaming time was wasted not even playing the freaking game. So the next day comes. Whole time you are at work, you're thinking, okay, today I'm actually gonna play the game. And then you come home from work, you get on. There's 8 games in your play later. So you're like, okay, which one am I gonna play? There's 8 games I play later. Which one am I gonna play? So now you have to compare and contrast in your head. Okay, this game's cool. I like the mechanics. These videos games cool. But this game, everyone always talks about this game. People love it, so maybe I should play that. I need to have that experience. But this is a genre I really like, and all that, and this is multiplayer, and this, that, and the third. So now it's a decision fatigue, because there's all these options. Okay, you've narrowed them down, but not enough yet. By the time you've made a decision about what game to play, already 30 minutes have passed. Right, already 30 minutes have passed. You're finally playing the game, but then you're playing a game, and then you can't really enjoy it, because you're thinking in the back of my head, like, this happens with me so often. I finally pick a game to play, but I can't even really immerse myself in it because I'm thinking about the other games that I could have picked. So I'm playing this one, but in the back of my head is like, oh, but like this one was really cool. Maybe I should do that. So now I'm gonna think, I'm bouncing between, right? I can't even really immerse myself. So because I'm spending 10-15 minutes in this, and then 30 minutes in that, and then another 10 in this, and then it's back and forth. I can't commit and dedicate to my story, and then it kills the enjoyment of either game. None of those games can really be appreciated for what they are, because they're always being experienced in reference to something else that's always looming in the back of your mind, and it just sucks. It just sucks. And like, I think back, I got Game Pass at the start of July, and I've had all these games experienced, but I've yet to beat a game. And it's middle of August. It's been 6 weeks. I've yet to beat a game. And I think the main thing is I've just played too many. I've had too many games to play. especially like considering my personality and the way I am, I like it's always like a shiny new toy thing. I don't know. It's like I want to experience so much. I was like, because I was never really a Call of Duty person as a child, so I was like, I'm like, oh, there's Call of Duty games on here. Let me play that. I kind of want to experience that experience, Call of Duty. But it's like, oh, people also like Battlefield, so it's like about 3 Call of Duties. People say Battlefield 1 is good, but Battlefield 5 is also like a World War II experience. You want to experience that. And then Assassin's Creed, people say, oh, because I'm like, oh, like I kind of want to play some single player games. So I look up, people say Assassin's Creed is good. So it's Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I want to play. Expedition 33 is on Game Pass. And then 2K, I've never played 2K before. My friends play 2K, so I'm like, let me try to play 2K, and then they're like, oh, there's Fortnite proof skins, so you want to play that. And like my brother likes Final Fantasy, so I was like, oh, let me try Final Fantasy. So it's all these games, and these are great games, these are cool games, but I just can't, right? It's just impossible. There's no way that I can play all these games, especially not in the way that I feel like they're supposed to be played, right? For example, when I look back to when I was younger and the way I used to play games when I was younger, there was nothing like Game Pass, right? If you wanted a game, you had to shell out the money, and I had no job, I was broke. So the process of getting every game was just begging my parents for months and months and months until they finally shelled out the $40 or the $60. And since that was really all I had, I feel like that upgraded the experience, right? You wait months for one game, and then in that game, you delve yourself into it completely, and that's the feeling that I really miss, of forgetting everything and diving into a game, diving into the story, enjoying it, finding all the nooks and crannies, watching a bunch of videos on the game while I'm playing the game. And then when I can't play the game, when I'm at school, I'm thinking about the game, doing all that stuff. I'm trying to find all the secrets, exploring all the modes, improving my skill, and then just delve hours and hours and hours into it, sucked into the world. And I think a reason that I was able to have those experiences is because it wasn't just a whole bunch of options. You just really have time to enjoy one experience. And I want to go back to that feeling, because I feel like the way I've been relating to gaming right now has been almost like TikTokified, like everything is short form. You scroll, it's just a bunch of 60-second videos, and you scroll the moment you don't find something interesting and captivating. It's kind of like that with Game Pass, right? Xbox Game Pass is like TikTok. But I don't want TikTok, I want a long form video, I want a live stream, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like what I'm gonna try to do, and what I've been having to do, is accepting that not every game can be played. Because I feel like with the backlogs and with the play laters, I kind of like set an expectation for myself, for like this idea in my head of like experiencing every good game, especially like you see people talking about these good games, so it's like it puts in my head, okay, I should play this, I need to play that, I need to have that experience, I want to see what that's like. But the problem is with those expectations is, whenever you do commit yourself to one experience, it's almost like a backdrop of guilt, because it's like you feel like you should be experiencing the other thing, right? Because you're investing time into this, it's the opportunity cost. You realize time can't be spent on the other thing. For example, if I'm spending time playing Call of Duty, leveling up, I'm having fun, but in the back of my mind is I'm playing Call of Duty, this time I could be playing Expedition 33 and experiencing that story. But thing is, even if I do switch over, I close Call of Duty and switch to Expedition 33, now the thoughts in my head, okay, I could be playing Assassin's Creed Origins, I could be playing Crash Bandicoot, whatever. But slowly, as I've been starting to accept that not every game can get played, not every experience can be had, it helps me be more present and experience and really revel in and enjoy the experience that I'm having right now, right? Because like the world in which I play every single game to be played is not possible, and if it was possible, it would probably result in the rest of my life collapsing, right? At some point, one thing has to be done and the other thing can't be done. And I feel like in that, it's allowed me to appreciate these games more. I don't know, that's pretty much it. I might do a follow-up, because I'm like, nah, like this is my first video in a while, and that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm also probably gonna make videos on some of these games. It's kind of like a weird ending. I don't really know how to end this off, because I kind of came into this with no plan, just kind of ranting about my experiences with games. But essentially, moral of the story is just enjoy the present, enjoy what you're in, because that's really the only way you can experience anything at all. Because if every experience is in the backdrop of something else, then like when that something else comes, like there's gonna be another else, and there's never a now. Ooh, is that a bar? Hold on, I feel like Shakespeare, man. Anyway, that's it, man. I appreciate y'all. God bless.